Welcome back to Kadic, everyone, and it's been a while since I've done one of these things. After all, a lot of the videos you've seen is just me doing and putting up one of the previous streams, but I trust you've taken a liking to some of them. But here's a genuine review in a series that I generally like. Now, in a previous video, I explained how the animated series Digimon made an impact on me as a child and influenced my life. In fact, it's the series that saved my life. But then again, you can watch that video to go into finer detail. Why am I bringing up Digimon again? Well, they recently had a brand new game come out. Yes, for the first time in about 8 years' time, Digimon had a brand new video game. To pseudo mark the 15th anniversary of the franchise, and also because Saban brought it back with the new series Digimon Fusion, we got ourselves a brand new Digimon game, Digimon All-Star Rumble. Now granted, when I first originally heard of this game, I was naturally, as a Digimon fan, excited once again to enter the digital world and play a Digimon game. What I got was not only a disappointment, it's a dang shame. Digimon All-Star Rumble is a fighting game in the way that PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale is one. In All-Star Rumble, you have a choice of 12 different Digis, all spanning the 5 of the 6 seasons of the show. Why do I say 5? Because there's no mention of Data Squad and barely a mention of Digimon Frontier here. The only reason why Frontier is even mentioned is some areas and the fact that Namon is one of the commentators in the game's story mode. A story mode that consists of a story like this. After the digital world's many problems have been rectified, and by the way, no Digi-Destined ever mentioned ever in this game, as the Digimon's problems have been rectified throughout the years, Digimon have been living in peace, so much so that they've gotten bored. And because they're not battling to save the world or anything, they have no reason to Digivolve. To rectify this, they create a tournament, the Digital Monsters Evolution Tournament, in which they test their fighting skills against one another and to maybe re-unlock their ability to Digivolve. Each of the main characters in the game have their own individual reasons for entering the tournament. Itmon just because he's a douchebag. Wormmon wants to be considered strong and not a pushover. Gatomon has a deeper motive that has to do with the deeper part of the story mode, and among others. All the Digimon are famous Digimon from the previous seasons, of course Agumon and Gabumon, but also a lot of the Season 1 Digi-Destined Digimon make up a majority of the cast, including Tentomon, Gabumon, Gomamon, Joe's Digimon, Biomon, and also Vmon representing Digimon Adventure 2, and of course the aforementioned Wormmon. But none of the Season 3 two from Season 3, that would be Gilmon and Impmon. No Terriermon, strangely, which I find bizarre. And no Renamon, which I find bizarre, which is the first major problem with this game. For a game called All-Star Rumble, not all the All-Stars are here. There are vast amounts of fan-favorite Digimon missing in this game. Heck, I could make an entire list of the Digimon that are not in this game that should be. None of the villains from the previous Digimon seasons are here either. So, you get no real threat here. On top of that, the two new Digimon from Fusion, Darunamon and Shoutmon, get kind of the proverbial other ends of the stick. Darunamon is overpowered, while Shoutmon is underpowered. In fact, he has the least health of any Digimon in the game. And oh yeah, every Digimon has different health maxes. So, depending on which character you play with, you'll already be at an inherent handicap. As stated before, the game plays much like Smash Brothers, only with life meters to keep things on the even up and up. There are 5 game types in the game, but they pretty much amount to kill your opponent, win the game. There's your typical point battle that plays like Battle Royale. Survival battle, which means first to 3 knockouts wins. A capture the flag style flag mode in which damaging your opponent with devastating attacks can give you bonuses on top of holding on to the flag. The bomb attack mode, in which a bomb chronologically explodes on your back, but if you eliminate the opponent, the bomb automatically explodes. And the metal battle, which isn't even used in the game's story mode. The AI is pathetic. Even on the hardest levels, games can be easily won, and the easy button combinations and controls make spamming the way to win. And some characters have homing attacks, which make the spamming even worse. On top of that, the computer, when playing against them in story or battle mode, can often use your invisibility frames to cause endless combo chains. And if you're expecting to block in this game, don't expect to do it wrong. You have 4 blocks. That's it. And then you go into a momentary stun, which can leave you liable for those combos. Plus, when a Digimon meets their required EP or evolution energy, they digivolve into their ultimate or mega forms. Except for Stingmon. He's stuck being a champion. But these forms can overpower the rookies, and even some of the ultimate forms are some of the most powerful in the game. All the signature attacks you expect are here with extreme attention to detail. In fact, the entire voice cast for every Digimon that is in the game reprises their roles. Most notably, they managed to get enough money to get Steve Bloom in this game. The voice acting is very impressive, and the animations are as well accurate to their TV show counterparts. And some of the stages are inborn references to other Digimon series, like Digital Station is a reference to Shibuya Station at the beginning of Digimon Frontier. King's Quest is a reference to the Royal Library in Frontier, where the Royal Knights destroyed all the knowledge in the world, while places like Nevi Forest and others are inside the park references to other series as well. Plus, the notion of in the story mode of how each character acts like their TV show counterparts with the same motives, drives, and morals as their TV show counterparts. But again, none of the inside the park enemy references from the TV show are made here, so it's kind of a half-assed effort. On top of that, button response can sometimes be non-existent, especially when trying to pull off blocks or some of the bigger attack combos that can lead into other attacks. Sometimes the controls won't respond at all, so you'll basically be matching the X and Y buttons while occasionally pressing your A and B buttons, or if you're on PS3, your triangle, square, and X buttons to make things happen. You won't go into the deeper moveset because there's really no need to. One or two buttons will handle the job. And as for the story mode itself, it pretty much goes from one adventure-style game mode in which you're running around with your Digimon, beating up smaller opponents until you get to the end of the stage main battle against one of the main characters in one of the random modes. This can be relatively easy, and it's only 7 stages long. However, when you get to the final stages of the game ratchets its AI to extremely difficult levels, and getting to the final boss is harder than beating the final boss. Plus, there are digicards that reference the many Digimon throughout the series, 200 in all. But the digicards are a useless and poorly implemented effect, seeing that they only activate at the end of large combos, which, because of the rubber banding computer AI, can be next to impossible. Plus, you can get digicards by using bits that you get in the campaign, but the bit amounts that you get for collecting these digicards are so minimal and pathetic that you'll often go through the campaign multiple times in order to collect all the cards needed to unlock achievements, trophies, and even max completion. In fact, there's no real reward for completing the story mode outside of maybe a digicard at the end, and of course the achievements the first time out. But largely at that's it. Plus, you have the battle mode where up to 4 players locally can take part in a big battle royale. But there is no online play to be spoken of here. And with the lack of content and characters in the game, as well as any references to the series itself and its rubber banding AI, this game that sounds like a great idea on paper, after all, it is All-Star Rumble. The mere notion of the title would bring excitement, but seeing how underplayed, underdeveloped, and under-executed this game is, it's not an all-star rumble. It's more like a brouhaha bar fight in the back. when everybody's drunk. Even the music is just one instrumental track remixed in different ways. And the notion that the game keeps track of time and stats, but doesn't keep track of all stats, like your total bits during story mode or whatever the case may be, and you have to float around. Yes, the simple but annoying that you have to go back and forth every time. Menus to get this information can be annoying, and the fact that every country besides Japan, get this, Digimon's native country has subtitles in the game. Yep, you can't even get Japanese voice acting. A very simple but very annoying and very unrealistic deal. I played the game for, get this, close to 18 hours of time. In the process, I unlocked 32 achievements over that time and beat the story mode 4 times. But after that, I was pretty much over and done with All-Star Battle. Even after all this time, being a long-term Digimon fan, this is an insult to our fandom. Do not buy this game. Heck, I would even recommend don't rent this game. And if you have young kids, I would advise against it, even though that's who Saban Brands propped up for this type of a game. The AI rubber banding can be frustrated and the boredom will quickly kick in. Do yourself a favor if you're going to check this out and maybe red box it for maybe a day or two, but by and large, do not spend any more money on this game, this travesty. Instead, go back, get an emulator, and play some real Digimon games instead. That's why I give Digimon All-Star Rumble a 2 out of a possible 10. This is a void at all cost division. It's undercutting in every sense of the word in terms of AI, controls, and overall lack of gameplay and reason to keep playing will drive you away. And its grindy nature due to the digicard system, as well as trying to get all the achievements, can drive players away. And the lack of any true Digimon villains or any one of the major fan favorite heroes will drive some Digimon fans away. Although the attention to detail and references to the earlier series can be nice, it's not enough to hold the game up. Until next time, find peace in your own nirvana. Thanks for watching.